wow. Welcome to DogStar. Each week we sit down with a star of rap and R&B, and this week we have the pleasure of sitting down with REVII.
Pleasure's all mine, man. I'm feeling good. I really appreciate you guys having me. It's been an uphill battle trying to make the schedule happen, but I appreciate you guys' flexibility. I'm just ready to have a good time and get to know you guys too.
Right back at you. We appreciate you and your team joining us today, and we're excited to give fans a peek behind the curtain.
Okay, let's do it.
Well, let's start at the beginning. Were you born here in Minnesota?
No, I was born in Tarzana, California, in the Valley.
Okay.
Yeah. My dad was involved in a lot of gang activity, so we had cartels showing up to our house. So my mom moved us out to Minnesota. We took the train.
Whoa, okay.
Yep.
The the Empire Builder or whatever, through
the mountains.
Yeah.
I probably was too young to remember that.
Oh, I suppose.
I just know that part of the story.
That's cool though. Yeah, epic story. So what age did you move out this way?
Probably 5, maybe 6.
Do you have any memories of your mom or dad playing music before you were that age?
Well, my mom was a model in Hollywood,
Okay.
and by the time when she got pregnant with me, she was actually supposed to play the role for the Pink Power Ranger.
Whoa!
But she couldn't get it because she ended up being pregnant with me. And, my dad has always made music, but he was more into film production. Hence my real name that that nobody else knows. But yeah, I think he's always kept me around music. The main people that gave me musical focus though was the family he was adopted into that's from Minnesota. I don't know if you guys know on Dale Street, Choff, Christ House of Faith. The academy is where I kind of was raised up at.
Okay,
and they were my family. So the Limbs that perform with Wookie Foot and shit like that, that's my uncle's band. That's who I grew up with. So that's where a lot of my influence comes from. He was a person, Zeke, I'll make sure I say your name. My Uncle Zeke was the first person to believe in me and take me to record my first record at his studio. And we went and won my first talent show with it. And ever since then, my dad got big-headed and became my manager.
Oh, yeah.
And my uncle just my consultant. He just made sure nobody did me wrong,
But having that support around you since day one, that's awesome.
I mean, to be able to flip it back, and when I got to go and tour with Daniel, I brought my uncle, just so he can, experience what he let me experience and to be inspired again, So it was dope.
That is cool. How did that, was it just destined that you were going to make a song eventually being in that environment? Or what did they see in, had you shown interest in making your own music before that?
The first song I ever made, it was called Notice Me. I have a full-blown album about it with my brother. Once my dad became my management, he started pouring it into it. It was very heavy.
Family band.
But yeah, when that was going on, I think it was more or less just trying to feel noticed. I have 4 brothers, and I'm the middle-ish child, so I didn't get a lot, I guess, of the attention that was necessary. We had, I'm playing football and sports and like that, and I just kind of always adapted to music. But my dad was a very hard man to please. Anything I did, I was never good enough. Which kind of adopted my rap style is because I wouldn't let him cut me off. If if I messed up a word or something like that, I didn't want to get him to interrupt me and stop me from feeling good about it.
Throw off the groove,
I had to keep going and finding different places on the beat I could jump in on, and there's probably not a beat I've ever heard in my life if I couldn't do very good on. It became second nature.
I mean, high pressure situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, pressure builds diamonds, I guess.
Was there anyone outside of the family that you were listening to or looking up to, a role model, whether it was
my favorite artist of all time, and the only person I still listen to this day is Michael Jackson. It's the only person. I don't listen to anybody else. I don't even own Spotify.
I mean, you don't need to.
Yeah. No, I mean, everybody has something to give to the art,
Exactly.
I think it just is what me and my art attachment is, that for me it's like a journal. You know what I'm saying? I kind of came at it different. And when I hear other people's stuff, a lot of the stuff I hear lately is not very authentic or not authentic to anything I would, feel related to, if that makes sense. So, mine's just different. I feel like I attack a lot of different feelings when I do music because I'm coming from, a perspective of being an individual, and experiencing different things through life type thing.
And did you journal at all before you made music?
No, I always thought I had bad handwriting, and I just kind of synced away from it. I was actually really happy when freaking iPads and stuff started coming out. Can just go on notes, handle that. Yeah, it's pretty easy. We got I'm 27, so I'm in the mix of both. I remember having to sell CDs. Then I remember when people were getting like the MP3s and Scholastic and stuff like that. And now you're learning how to download things. Like, pretty cool, man. Like, it was a really separate side. I think this nowadays is like the internet is so big and so powerful. Just trying to understand how to work that tool correctly, because you get on for the wrong thing or the wrong party that you don't necessarily want to be.
Right.
It still wouldn't feel authentic to me. And I just have a problem doing anything that doesn't feel authentic.
And I was going to ask if the church over in St. Paul had a good music program you're involved in at all.
Super racist. We were like the only black family there. So it's just a lot. Like, there's a lot of background to that story. But it's a beautiful place, a beautiful church. And regardless of the things that transpired, I'm grateful we had a home, you know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful for the things that they've done for my family.
Sure.
But outside of that, it was like I just never felt like I had a place anywhere, not in my home, not in the church. So music was just kind of like my escape from that, I'd say.
What was, so you made your first song pretty young then, you're saying that?
Yeah, super young.
How old were you, and what was that process like?
So my dad hooked us up with a producer who had like an in-home studio named David Heading. And I think I was about like 9 or 10 when we started recording, and we finished the full album by the time I was like turning 11.
And you said you took that song and then performed it in front of your peers at a talent show?
At a talent show, yeah.
Okay. And that was super young as well?
Yeah, and I believe that was Webster, St. Paul. Oh, no, I think it's Roseville. I don't remember that area that well. We moved every year. And that's another reason why it was kind of hard to make friends. Like, I kind of just stayed to myself because it was like I'll get close to somebody then I'm leaving, you know?
Was it extra hard then to perform in front of them, or was it maybe easier because you're like, maybe I won't see these people
I think it was
again?
my moment to actually show people who I was. So to me, I didn't fear it at all. I think one of my favorite parts about being an artist is performing. You know?
Oh.
Yeah, definitely.
Not nervous at all?
No. No.
That's so nuts. I can't imagine having being able to get up there. And then after you experienced performing in front of people for the first time, like, what was that like?
Oh, it was crazy. I think my uncle enjoyed it so much, he started taking me. You know, if you ever been to the Freedom Fest or the Wookie Foot concerts, and you're not even supposed to be, under 18. I was like, I was under 15, just jumping around in there, going to do whatever I wanted. So to me, it's just like, that's the life I wanted. And I think that's what I'm still striving for. It was never really about the fame and all that stuff. That just kind of happened for me. But I think my whole aim was just to be able to do shows, like always. And that's the way that I made my living. I was okay with that.
We need more artists like you, seriously.
I think there are. I think that platforms like this will bring them out, That's good.
Hey.
Yeah, that's good.
We do always like to ask, so that first song, that first talent show, what was the artist name? We like to get the, we don't want to miss any.
When I was younger, they used to call me Mimi. But that was just like my family household nickname, so everybody just called me that because it was easier than my real name. No kid in my class could pronounce my real name without like making fun of it later. So
my gosh.
Yeah, cool.
But yeah, so and then
just from Mimi to REVII, what are we missing?
Oh yeah, I mean we can keep it going. I mean revenue actually came from the T Grizzly song, the first day out. I was on the train going into school at high school recording arts. And I was just like, man, I'm ready to just do it. Like, I'm just go by myself. I already live on my own. I'm 16, I got nothing to lose. I'm doing everything myself anyway. So I'm like, I'm just going to do it. I'm listening to the songs, just motivating me hella hard. And there was like this part in the song when he was like, something, I don't want to cuss. And he was like, just get the revenue. I was like, dang, like that feels good. Like, I was already going by Nimic at the time, but when I got revenue, like it just made sense.
Right.
Like it made sense for that part of my journey. But the whole point of my brand is to break myself off it's like a statue. Like, but let's say there's the real things in the middle. So it's like you're cracking around the sides. And I'm willing to let people see that process. So I'm not, like REVII isn't my final form. My final form is when I'm going by my real name. But it's like right now as I'm doing the different characters within myself that are still learning and adapting, I'm kind of letting the fans just experience it with me. So that's why I say a lot of people feel like, what are your intentions? I think it's whatever the fans allow me to do, So I'm just kind of with that vibe right now.
Yeah, before the show, you were telling us you're really, really excited to get closer to the fans.
That's all I've ever wanted to do. I had situations where, I'm very loyal, and when somebody's on my team, I take that wholeheartedly, you know what I'm saying? And it's a hard place to be when you're young and you're influential, and you want to know that these people that you have put and trusted in these places are telling you the right thing, you know? I had people making me feel like, saying things like, oh, you're like on Beyonce's level, don't talk to this person, and I just was never like that. So instead, I kind of just stayed silent, and I think like a lot of people took that as, oh, she don't mess with me, she don't rock with me. But really, I already have a lot of social anxiety, like when it comes to outside of doing interviews. Like, this is for my music, of course, but my personality, I never really felt like I had one much outside of music. It's all I've known. So like, I guess I just, when it came to the friends part, like I said, moving to way different places, I never got to develop that trait. So music was the only way I knew how to like speak to people. And then when I got into the business world with all these business people that wanted to do different things with me, I just wanted to be a good listener. You know, I just wanted to learn. And right now I think they're still in the process of that, still learning, still trying to understand how it all works. I don't never want to feel like a know-it-all, because I feel like if you think you know it all, you'll know nothing at all, because you're not willing to be open-minded to the information, you know?
Exactly. Keeping that student mindset.
Yeah, facts, yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing a good job, I would say, social media-wise, keeping the fans filled in. How has, like, connecting with fans like that changed over the course of your career? Or, like, when did you start, I mean, you said you always have thought that was important, but, like, when?
Honestly, when you start getting those type of messages or paragraphs from just random people, like just saying like, oh, I remember the last time I spent one of my homies, I don't want to express too much of the story, I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to share, but just a little bit of it, just, you know, someone passing away, and the last thing they remember is them two hearing a song of mine together. Or like, I have this fan that if you look under all of my posts, they change their name every time I change my name, but like, it's like I Love Talk Games or something like that. He's under every post. I don't know if it's a girl or boy, but like they've been around for years, and even if they're the only person commenting, they're just the fact that they would be that person for me.
Right.
Like, man, I'm humbled by it, and I feel blessed to be in a position like that, because ultimately when you die and all this stuff, you don't take that with you, but those memories and the things you created with people, in people, I feel like that makes me feel the most powerful with my superpower, to be able to put out a frequency in the world that could potentially heal, you know? So yeah, I mean, they're my best friends. They're all I know. I feel like I'm a sonic friend to them in their ears when they need somebody to feel like they're there. And I think I talk a lot about personal development and personal choices when I speak about music, like what was going in my mind. But I'm just very free-minded about it. So, you know, you hear a lot of cursing, you hear a lot of, but to me, it's just a way of expressing, you know what I mean?
No, we love that as fans. That you do such a great job of keeping the balance of honesty and openness.
Respect.
A little bit of mystery as well.
Yeah, thank you. Honestly, I feel like, to myself, I'm a mystery too. I think I'm constantly unlocking new channels about myself and learning new things. Because again, I'm open-minded. I never think that everything's just what it is. You can always grow. You can always be better in areas. So, you know, that's just a lot of what I struggle with. Right now, I have over 5,000 songs I've recorded every single day since I've touched a mic. And how to give that out there without over-flooding a market or not knowing what's really, like, has been my challenge. I want to give them everything, but I'm trying to do it also by the right ways and the standards I've learned. So it just becomes this moment where I'm just like, you know what, I'm going to start dropping snippets and let you guys tell me, like, what do you need right now?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's always good.
Did you have any, or do you have any advice for some of these younger artists who realize, you know, when the artistry meets the commerce, meets the business, they need to start wearing more hats?
I would say comparison is the killer of joy.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? I actually heard that line from someone special, and I just kind of kept it with myself. But I listened to a lot of seminars like Jim Rohn. That's one of my favorite people in the world. He passed away years ago, but even before I caught on to him, but he changed my life. He like played a dad role in my world. Like when I just needed somebody, he was there. And that's how I know how important it is to have a voice. You know, you never know who needs it. I don't know where this guy's from, what city he's been in. I just know he put the right video out on YouTube and it changed my life.
Right,
you know?
sharing that knowledge.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that would be the only advice is, you know, comparison's a joy killer, and happiness will never come if you don't see it now. You know what I'm saying? I'm very happy. I'm a happy person. I try to find the light in all the things that could be dark in other people's world. But, you know, you got other countries that are not as fortunate as us. You got, you know, politics, all this stuff. I don't get into that with my fans because I do believe everybody has the right to control their own inner world, however they want to believe, whatever their belief system is that keeps them driven. I don't like to get a part of that, you know what I'm saying? But as far as me, I have not given my excuses or my failures or my winnings to a higher being but myself. I feel like that's what we're here to do, is to evolve and learn. And I always looked at God as, when I was reading like Bibles and stuff, growing up in churches like that, also having a dad that's from Madagascar.
Oh.
He's African American, but he's African. And so in the background of him, my grandfather is Muslim. And so we was in a Christian church, had a Muslim pops, and then my mom's Korean and Cuban. So when my grandma was staying there at the time, she was teaching me Buddhism. So when I learned about all the different things, the Quran, the Bible, I started putting two and two together, and I'm like, dang, how can God feel all these ways when he's just a soul? Like, feeling is a human trait. You know what I mean? And I'm like, maybe the real passages are passages to find thyself, and that's why it's called like the universe. And I just started putting things together and like kind of creating my own form of religion for it, which was maybe that whole sacrifice was for Jesus to tell everybody they had all the power all along, and even took the execution for it because he knew, my soul did its job. And I think that's more powerful to me, to be like, you know what, when I mess up, it's not the devil, it's not God, it's me. And then when I do good, reward myself for it, because how are you to feel any type of greatness about yourself when you never give yourself the credit?
I really like that. I mean, who knew we were going to get into a theological discussion here on
I didn't even try. I mean, like, that's literally my mindset. And that's why it's scary to talk to other people that have been very heavily influenced by everything that's going around. I've been very closed off. I don't like to be on the internet. I really don't like to do the things that I've been kind of feeling like I'm forced to do now, because I'm trying to get to the fans. I can care less about the labels. So it's like, I got to get to them, and this is the outlet, and let's run it. But outside of that, I feel like I have more of a purpose, and I'm trying to really change something and change the world. And I think people start with that idea, and it becomes too big for them. But I'm willing to be that sacrifice,
We love to hear it. Seriously, thank you.
Yeah, definitely. Back to the timeline, I guess. How was going to like a music high school? Was that beneficial? Would you suggest anybody go
Honestly,
to that?
it doesn't feel real. Like, I couldn't believe it happened. Like, I was passing assignments and just doing songs and stuff like that. They taught me a lot, but with going to schools like that with a bunch of artists and producers and engineers, you got a lot of ego. I don't lead with my ego, I'm very like self-sufficient, don't really feel like I have to feel that way. If anything I don't know, I'm willing to learn, and I'm not trying to be the best, just the best that's going to get me where I need to go. Like, there's no point in taking all of that credit. I don't need that,
We are sitting down with REVII here on DogStar. We got to take a break.
Yeah, make sure to follow them on Instagram, REVII 612.
Follow us on Instagram, DogStar Podcast. We're going to be back with more REVII, going through the discography and picking your brain, seeing what's on the horizon.
All right, I love man. Let's do it.
We'll be right back here on DogStar.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Bow wow. Welcome back to DogStar.
We're sitting down with REVII, learning about the early journey. Sounds like kind of like a high pressure, stressy kind of start to it all.
Always been.
But stay in the course.
Yeah, of
like
course.
You're saying, haven't not recorded since you've touched a mic, and I love that fact.
Everybody got different dreams. You guys asked me about, one of my favorite artists or who I listen to is Michael Jackson. I didn't want to be a normal artist. I want to be the best that I can do, the best. And I know that's probably something the world's never seen before, and I'm more or less looking forward to seeing what my journey's like than anyone else's. Like, I'm proud of Michael's, but I pray mine is bigger. Like, just because I feel like I've gained his message. Like XX, I wasn't like a huge fan of the music, but what he spoke about, I feel like he was learning himself.
Yeah.
And that's why he was able to create that cult fan base, because he walked you through it with him too, and I can respect artists like that. I feel like when you start to realize that dolphins can communicate with humans, you start to realize that there's things that's powerful about frequency.
Right.
That certain frequencies can literally heal cancer,
Those vibrations, those holy vibrations.
It's a thing, And what I'm feeling right now is that if there's not that one to come out with that new feeling right now and that new energy, the music's just going to go to a robotic world. It's going to have no feeling. It's going to be all about just a moment of, oh yeah, we were at this party and now it's gone.
Right.
It's no feeling, it's no authenticity. So for me, like I hold close to that. I appreciate it. Shit.
Keeping that human element alive.
Exactly. Yeah.
Has there ever been a point along your journey where you felt like you're kind of losing that feeling?
No, I think there was a time where I did need to go. I've been in a lot of really, really, really crazy situations with labels. I've had a lot of deals offered to me and wasn't taking any. And when I left my deal with Def Jam after the pandemic, Madden picked up my song Win Again, but I never sold over my rights. But my producer did. So I ended up like having people showing up at parties I didn't even know they knew I was at, trying to get me to sign things. And then there was this whole ordeal in Chicago where I ended up in a hospital for a couple weekends. And that's when I ended up just packing my things and leaving to Los Angeles. After that setup and the things that happened there, I did have like a mental breakdown. I felt like, you know, the industry's evil. I don't want any parts of that. Like, I do it for myself. I never wanted it anyway. The deal was for my dad, for everything that he had poured into me as a child and what he wanted to see from me. And I did that for my family. But for me, I never cared for that. I just wanted people to know that I had talent. That's it. It was always for the people.
The self-awareness, especially so young as an artist, you know, putting in your 10,000 hours, but having that perspective is it's so rare.
I'm glad you said that. 10,000 hours is important because I tell a lot of people it's not that I consider myself the best or worse than anyone else. I just think that I've put in my 10,000 hours. I'm a professional. Like, I've done it all, seen it all, and I've had the cries at night. I've had the days where, God, this is like drawing me out, but I remember what I do it for every single time.
Yeah,
so it's never too long.
Let me pick your brain for another piece of advice. So to these younger artists who might hit their first obstacle and want to give up, what motivational words might you have for them?
That's what separates you from the ones that win and the ones that don't.
Yes.
You just don't give up. Like, a lot of people will look at my position like, man, you had it all going to the sign, but I also can't change the fact that right when I got signed, the pandemic hit, I was on tour, you know. Things happen, you know. That's nothing I could take, but I also got to be honest that we manifest our own lives, and I didn't want the deal. If anybody's heard the song What They Know, when I had basically dissed Def Jam and told them, like, you know, I signed you guys. Like, I gave you guys an opportunity. Nobody signs me. I'm me. I'm with it. Whether I was broke and I'm on the street with a freaking guitar, I'm going to find my way to do music. And I'm guaranteed there's going to be a crowd of people just gathering around just because they just want to feel something. Because when you're rock bottom and you have nothing, that's something.
I mean, you could almost say music is your lifeline.
It is everything to me.
Can we talk about the project Lifeline?
Of course we can.
What led up to releasing a project versus just single?
That I signed the deal my way, so I had creative control. I did fork up my masters so I can get everything else, you know? Because me knowing at that time I had about 2,000 songs, me knowing that I had that much in my bank, I'm like, you know what, I can sacrifice 10. I can sacrifice 10, let's do it. And originally, it was just supposed to be an EP. They kept trying to get me to drop, which is why there's a 2-part, and then it kind of goes in an album, like Lifeline Part 1 and Part 2.
Right.
Yeah.
I think they couldn't really figure me out either. They really wanted to
box in.
But it's like, but I wouldn't do it, you know? Like, I think one of the songs I wrote for Danny Lay, which was No Limits, it's like a 24 million on...
Off the Reloaded or whatever?
No, that's on her project.
Oh, okay.
She's got like 24 million, I think, on YouTube. But she had inboxed me one day like, oh, Genius did an interview, and like, I don't know why they cut off the part when I said you wrote it. Like, it's like every time I had the right opportunity, like, someone just didn't want to give it to me. Like, it became like, we want to keep her like this, you know? Like, we don't want the world to find out. Like, even me and Dirk's relationship, I love the guy. We were literally like brother and sister. But what changed is, you know, I'm not stupid when it comes to business still.
Right.
And I think a lot of times you can con artists with a good time. But not me. I had already been in the streets, and again, I've been on my own since 15, so I had money. I was already making money.
Right.
So I think his little, you know, shopping sprees, he'll try to take me on or something. The deal was like a 5K deal. And I'm like, bro, I'm worth way more than that. And the first deal that Def Jam's offered is already $500,000. I went for the M, so that's what we went and got, you know? A lot of people don't know that because I don't talk about that, but I signed a really good deal, and I don't owe nothing because when everything went underwater, if you guys don't remember, all the CEOs stepping down during the pandemic, the person who signed me stepped down from his role. Contract's not valid. I was chill. Like, I had no responsibilities. And I think that's really why I was under attack for the song Win Again, because they was like, dang, all we invested, how are we going to get it back?
Yeah.
Right.
How are we going to get it back? Like, but they overworked me, and they just, because they knew I could do the work. I was in the studio every single day,
Oh my
sometimes
God.
from 6 a.m. to 6 a.m. the next day. The video shoot for Paramount was 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. We shot it with one of the guys, David Camarino, I believe his name is. He did some work with like YK Osiris and a few other big artists.
Oh, whoa.
But I wrote that entire treatment. Like, I wrote the entire treatment for therapy. I was the one that had the idea to bring it back to my school. Like,
Cool.
I've always done this for the people. Like, the thing is, it's hard when, you know, you have people above you that kind of delete your voice. Like, the only voice I had is when I could release the music, which is why I wished I had more people like you guys that did the under investigation. Like, go listen to the things, like who changed up. Like, all of the things, they were pieces to walk people through what I was going through, because I couldn't necessarily just say it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I love the Lifeline and then Lifeline Reloaded.
Ooh.
That's
Yeah.
it's sick. Yeah, definitely cool coming back to the Reloaded. That was only 6 months, like 6 months apart, pretty much.
Yeah, for sure. But it was already done.
Right.
Like, they had those songs a couple weeks before I even signed the deal. They made me stay in New York until I agreed to the deal. They wouldn't let me go.
What?
And then after I signed, it was like a freaking video game. I remember it was like going up to different levels. We had Steven Victor. We had Rico. I was one of the first people to meet Pop Smoke before he even got on
Oh, wow.
at the Harlem basketball court. Dro was my A&R at the time. So I went through all of them. They're like, yeah, bro, bring her up to Paul. Bring her up to Paul. So I'm going from office to office, just performing each song, because I don't know, when I play my songs, I want you to feel it.
Yeah.
So I'm not just standing there like wondering if they like it. I like it. I'm going to show you why I like it and how it feels. What's the energy? And when I got to Paul's office, I sang him Lifeline, and he started to tear up, and he told me, like, they're special. That's Eminem's manager. To hear something like that from somebody who grew up, my dad used to play Eminem songs right before my basketball games when I was
hear
younger.
him on the
You only
skits.
get one shot. So, like, to me, it's like double. I was like, it was crazy, bro. So, of course, I was down for that. And he was such a good man. Shout out Paul Rosenberg, because despite anything business-wise, every show, he didn't act like a CEO. He was there. He's front row and center. You know what I'm saying? And that meant a lot. I felt like he really believed in what I had going on. And then when the pandemic, there's nothing we could do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, things happen. Everybody still got to go on and do their own situations. But it's like, I don't think throughout my whole career I have bad blood with anybody. I think I've learned what I needed to learn, and I've gotten love and grace from each situation. So, you know, I try to just take those parts. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's a great mindset to keep.
Yeah.
Both, professionally and personally.
Yeah, I hope so.
Was there any other like big shifts, or like maybe like you wanted to like make a harder turn direction in like the type of music you were making when you switched your artist name to REVII? Because that was after the pandemic.
Yeah, I never liked rap, ever. I never enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm gonna get totally like botched for this, but I don't like Tupac or none of them. I don't like any of those artists. I don't like any of their music. It's not that they didn't have a story to tell, it just wasn't my flavor. Like, again, I grew up around live bands and watching my uncle freaking play the trumpet and the piano at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just seen some crazy things. So to me, it was always about, there is no feeling like watching somebody on TV versus being at a show. Right. It's a whole difference when you get to be live and in the action.
Vibration.
Yeah.
It's what I wanted to always do. So I hated rap, and I still hate rap. I just do it more or less because I use the different genres more as like different emotions than I do as an actual genre. Like, I feel like rap's very like express a frustration or flexing, you know, like something like that, which I can respect and appreciate about the artist now that I've got to learn more about that side of things. But I wasn't into that, you know what I'm saying? I've always been into like reggae or R&B or indie or pop hella. Like, I'm like a big fan, like, so. But the thing is, if I create it, like, or my family that created, like, the Limbs couldn't make a bad song to me. I was on it every day. I was spinning the CD wild. Like, it was crazy. I remember I had a Hello Kitty boombox thing I got for Christmas one time. I played that out. Like, it was my whole jam. But yeah, I'd say the turn was for more or less to say, you know, I'm done doing what I felt like the world wanted me to do. As far as the world, I mean, like the labels, the people that are running it. I had so many like great songs. The songs that I pushed to be on Lifeline was Lifeline and Almost Made It. Those are me. You know what I'm saying? The other ones, yeah, they were me, but I have a shout out Frankie Bash, favorite producer of all time. We've created everything from scratch, you know? Like, to me, when they would generalize it, I'm like, that's not what it is, though. You know, and you're going to confuse the people if that's how you brand it.
Exactly, promote
so
it, right.
I think there was a lot of confusion based around my band, the like original start of it, because it's like people are like, what is she like doing? I'm like, you know what? That was the first draft of what I could put the fans through. But I know what y'all need from me. You need REVII. And REVII just came more simpler and came more like her. Not all the extra things. I just feel like I've evolved in my own way, and all the beats you've heard under REVII has been me. I make all of them.
Oh, what's your DAW? What are you working on?
Oh, Ableton.
Ableton.
Frankie Bash taught me how to use Ableton. Yeah, I've had some help. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Cool. And do you have like a home studio now?
Yeah, we're running a mansion over south that we're about to start doing some stuff through, and I also got a little condo.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. What do you like in a creative environment? Do you have plants? Do you got rocks and crystals and stuff, or you just have
just me and my mic, man? Like,
I love
you know how
simplicity,
you start in the freaking closet, and that's like your booth. Like, that's my most comfortability. I think big expensive studios make me nervous because I know I'm not gonna use their equipment. I'm just gonna bring out my laptop and plug it in. Sometimes it's more or less for the speakers. I just like to hear it loud. Yeah, for sure. That'd be it.
That's cool. So yeah, you can create anytime you want, basically.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
I always keep the studio on me. It's somewhere around here. It's in my backpack somewhere, probably in the car.
And then what's the songwriting process for you nowadays?
I've never wrote a song in my life. I've just freestyle.
Do it in the studio type.
Straight off the brain.
That's wild.
Yeah. I mean, you got to experience it one day because it actually is scary to a lot of people. But I do think, like I said, there's just like there's like this voice in my head. And I hate to say it like this, but I always felt like me and music, I kind of like autistic with it. Like, I can hear things that I probably shouldn't hear. And because I only listen to me, I've noticed myself having to be a little careful with what I say because I manifest it. And I'm hearing it constantly
that
every
power,
day. Yeah, and I'm like, man, I got to like kind of say I'm stop feeling depressed. Like, I got to chill. I got to like find my way up out of this. And that's why sometimes you'll hear motivational songs like Win Again and stuff like that. Like, it was ways to amp myself up when I get down, you know, because I'm my own favorite artist.
That's interesting that you put it like that in terms of that, and in regards to your fandom for Michael Jackson as well.
Yeah.
I think there's some anecdote or story where, you know, Prince and Michael Jackson were making hits at the same time. And both of them are so talented, or arguably so connected with that voice, that they would work into the night, and you know, oh, I'm not going to stick around Prince. Like, why are you working so hard? You know, because if I don't record it, Michael's going to record it in like an hour.
You can hear
He's tapped into that same thing. So
it's a feeling in the world. Like, I got onto Shabuzi like some years ago. Like, he had this song called God, I can't remember, Burn, Let It Burn or something like that. And I just found it and I was like, God, this is amazing. I was like, we got to head in this direction at some point. I'm like, the world needs to hear something like this. Next thing I know, he's on the Carter album. She's ready to do country. It's a feeling in the world. Like, you just kind of know when it's time for something. Like, you think in the middle of, like, let's say we get into some crazy war right now, that we want to hear NBA, Youngboy and all that. He's a great artist. Don't get me wrong. I love him. But I'm like, you got to think about that. Like, there's a feeling in the world, and it like kind of shifts the way the world acts. And I try to contribute to that. Like, I can kind of feel the reason why they've broke things into quarterly things. Okay, this quarter we're doing this. Because why? Like, there's politics at this point. We're going to have to be doing the presidential at this point. There's probably going to be some inflammation at this side of it. It's like, it's very coded. And I've like, even being around the industry, I realized, oh, this is not just music to them. To us, which is why we're so easily to get used, you know, is we don't realize how big it actually is.
Oh, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's actually huge. Why do you think all these people is making billions? Like, it's bigger than anything we could ever think of, you know? And when I realized that, I said, damn, I have a strong role I got to take here, and it's either take the fall for everybody that's meant to be something or be something and get them to realize it. So whichever one it is, I'm willing to step up to the plate. I want us to all win. And I think that, you know, love is going to be what wins, like, but it's got to be for yourself first. If you don't love yourself, the world will never learn to love anybody else. And that's the problem. They keep us always looking at things to be like, oh, I wish I had that, or I wish I... Like me, I'm like, bro, I could want to be anything in the world, but you know what I chose to be? A black stud. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why? Said, because that's me. Like, I don't believe that I have to fit a mold. Like, just because I, decide to be this way doesn't mean I have to wave a flag around, because that's not, I don't appreciate the flag. I appreciate the people behind it, which is fine. I don't think it has to be all that, because then we're going to always still have separation. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's 1,000 gangs, but what separates them is the flags. But we're all doing the same thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And, like, I just have such a really, really strong mindset towards everything. I think a lot deeper, way past the surface. But I think that's what people need to start doing, because it's never surface level.
I agree. And we need brave artists like you to put it on wax for all of us.
I get scared times, like, all the time. Like, I be having nightmares. I'm so deep into this music world. I literally have nightmares. Like, I don't want to die before I got the message out. And, that's kind of been my fear, that my time's about to come really soon, because I carry a message. And once it's out there, that might be my time.
Well, we are staying in the moment here. We are sitting down with the REVII here on DogStar.
Yeah, we do got to take another break.
Follower.
Oh, let's take one, yeah.
REVII612 on Instagram. Just search REVII to find all the music. Follow us, DogStar Podcast.
Yeah, share this episode. Give us a 5-star rating, because before you know it, REVII's going to be too busy for us dogs.
Never too busy for Minnesota, man.
We'll be right back. Bow wow. Bow wow, welcome back to DogStar.
We're sitting down with REVII, getting to know you more than I even thought we would.
How's that going so far?
It's great.
Dream come true.
Okay.
It really is, man. Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Blowing my mind. Yeah, definitely love your music, and it's crazy to be talking with you and learning about you, and it's. Yeah, there's sometimes they say don't meet your heroes or whatever, but it's
that is a thing. I've gone through that myself. I've met a few people.
But it's cool. You're just as cool in real life.
Thanks,
Let's
blowing my mind.
Continue along your discography. Again, COVID era, Bag Decisions.
Yeah.
Another, again, a compilation of tracks.
Yeah.
A very, it seems like, deliberate ordering of those tracks versus just like, oh, I got 6 extra songs.
Very
Let's
deliberate,
get them out there.
Yeah. I think when I dropped it, it was exactly what the title was. Those Bag Decisions. It was like, listen, I got the bread or whatever, but I'm trying to do this for the fans. So it was like, hey, drop this on a platform, or drop it on SoundCloud and just let the fans have that one while they wait. It's a pandemic right now. Everybody's home. Like, give them something to listen to. So it was that, and it's still, like I said, just attacking the storyline of what I was going through at the time. Like, if you just listen to it, some of the lyrics just kind of like get you through the banter of what you may have thought was going on. But I tell you, like, I'm very open. You just gotta listen. But, yeah.
And were you just keeping kind of your head in the studio? Were you able to do any digital performing during COVID?
I did a few, but I really wasn't, like, I've never not been in the studio. So, like, to me, I've, like, always done that. Like, I actually start to feel like something's wrong if I haven't been in the studio at least once a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would feel kind of, like, unrealistic to me. But, so, I don't know. I think it was more or less just, dang, it's the pandemic. Like, what am I going to do with all this extra time? Like, okay, I'm recording. There ain't no shows right now. Like, it's my favorite part of being an artist. So, yeah, it was different. But, I made my way through. Got to drop. That was cool.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, so you dropped HBD, which has got a new Happy Birthday song on it, which I'm very excited about knowing about now. Definitely going to be sending that to everybody on their birthday.
I'm really glad that you bringing it up. So that whole, like, EP that did fall with that I had just released on my website for like $100. I had like 10 people buy it, but that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
like,
awesome.
It was like you just got the MP3s and stuff, but that was pretty cool. I wanted to see how to do that. I got inspired by the idea from Nipsey when he dropped his mixtape.
Yes.
I'm like, man, I'm gonna try it, man.
Yeah.
But it was really just something for the fans. So HBD was about me basically making that transition from Nimic to REVII.
Yeah.
So it was like telling everybody the story of why, REVII was gone and kind of like killed off, and why, REVII's about to be the new thing,
Yeah.
And in my opinion, if you listen to those tracks, Buccaneer and all that, I made the production on all of those. And it was me giving a spin of what I felt like, y'all call it rap, I just call it me. You know.
Now, are you making the instrumentation first a lot of the time when making a song, or do you have these?
It's usually both like in the same day, but beats first. Yeah, like so the Happy Birthday, I just was like, yeah, we got to make a Happy Birthday song. It wouldn't be right to introduce this new rebirth of a character if I couldn't, introduce it correctly.
Celebrate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Lead us into that next chapter.
Exactly.
That's so cool. That is so cool. And then 2025, I guess, we gotta to at least bring it up to the present. 7 singles so far in 2025. Does that mean there's a project coming soon?
Or what can you reveal?
We don't want to,
What I can reveal is I have 5,000 songs I got to get out there.
Okay.
So I think that I'm just going to oversaturate the market. The more that I've just been dropping, the more playlists are picking it up, like playlists and things on Spotify. So I just think keep it up, you know what I'm saying? Like keep dropping singles, but the main aim right now is to get on the biggest festivals I can get on and to start becoming a festival household name.
Yeah.
That's my aim.
Are there any dream festivals, whether here in America or abroad, that you?
Oh, I gotta take it back to Wookie Foot, man. Like I'm trying to get that. Like I need that. That's just gonna be a real spin back moment for me. Like as a kid, watching people camp out, and every second of the day there's a band, there's lights going crazy, like. And then at the point, there became a point when I was old enough to do like shroomies, and see all this. I'm like, yeah, this is it. This is the life I want. I'll do this all day, every day. Like, I don't think like the big ones like Rolling Loud, it'll be a blessing to do that, but I'm not like stuck on it, like because it's like we got these cult fan bases and stuff. That's like Wookie Foot. They've been going for like 10 plus years, like
they'll come out.
I just love stuff like that. It's like this is where you create your authentic core cult following,
And that connection, we keep looping it back to that connection.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask before we talk about the 2 tracks that you had sent over, what you look for in a collaborator. Is it just creative talent? Is it just
good energy? Yeah. Honestly, if I'm being 100% honest, even with the songs I have out with Chief Keef, Danny Lay, Lil Durk, Yellow Wolf, I haven't met a single person I actually enjoyed. Like I enjoyed the process,
right?
But I don't really listen to their parts. Like I feel like a lot of times when people get in the studio with me, they get kind of like, what's the word for it? Like by my energy. Like it becomes kind of more feeling like they're trying to compete. And that's not what I'm looking for.
They're forgetting who they are.
Yeah, I just want it to feel good. So it's like I'll come a certain way and they'll be like, oh, I gotta. I'm like, no, man, like, damn, like, you know what I mean? Like, it could just be what it is. But it's like, I haven't had a good interaction with a feature artist yet. Most features I do for like fans or something that reach out, I usually don't even charge. Like, and if I do, I'll be like, what you have? They say like 50 or 20 bucks, send it over. I'll do that to pay for whatever beat you're probably going to take off YouTube. And send to me, I got you, brother. Let's do it. Like, it just got to be the right energy. That's all I care about. Like, there's some features out there that I got that maybe the world's never heard because I didn't really, after I do it.
Right.
But it's like, it was for them, Like, I can care if it was the greatest song, it was for them. Like, to have a moment like that. Man, if I had a moment to hit up Michael Jackson before all that, I want it. I need it, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think the future process, I'm not really into it because it's never authentic. I think the funnest I would have is when I finally, like when I did my band. That felt the best.
Oh.
When I had a band, it felt more organic.
I mean, organic is the perfect way to put it. There's nothing like being amongst the tornado of
because it
vibration.
don't feel like a studio session. For more like sitting around like a campfire with an acoustic guitar and like everybody just joins in. Like that, I live for that.
Yeah.
But somebody be like, oh, send me this. Okay, I'm gonna do this when I get back to my studio. Like, dang, like what happened? I thought we was vibing, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's definitely organic. So we only got like 3 minutes left.
Cool.
Your representative sent over 2 tracks, Empty and Just to Feel Alive. What can you tell fans about Empty that they might not already know?
Empty is when I felt like I had lost a lot of the things that were material. Like the pandemic had hit. There was issues with the deal now. I had the world having questions and I had no platform to answer. Right. And it kind of just how I felt within, like just empty. And it kind of just explains it really well. Like there's a line where it's like empty house and an empty couch, pantry full of liquor that I can't pronounce. I just remember walking myself through those motions. And Just to Feel Alive, when I first produced that one, I'm like, bro, I don't even know what to say. And this is so great. I'm just in love with the production. Then I was having issues with a girl I was dating, and it just kind of came to life. Like I was able to really translate. You know, I have a few bad ways, and I think in relationships, I don't really believe in giving yourself to one person. I just don't. I don't know. It's too much life to live. And most marriages I know about failed in my life or in the lives I've seen. Right. So I don't have a strong point. If you hear a lot of my music, got a lot of things against love. Love and relationships.
Yeah, but seems like you're a fan of them. Like you're not shying away from them.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's a learning curve. All this learning. Cool.
And I wanted to ask, you told us you are listening to your own music. You're, I'm sure, constantly reflecting.
Yeah.
Does a song ever hit you 3-4 years down the line? I was like, whoa.
Therapy did.
Okay.
I actually just reheard that like 2 days ago. I haven't heard it since I dropped it.
That's a good one.
Once I drop a song, I make so much new music, I'm already on to the next one. So when I went back and heard it, I was like, damn, like the way it was translating my feelings, like I was really good at that. Like I've always been very good at like putting it out there. So yeah, that would be one of them.
Okay, that's tight.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like a minute left. Any advice or shout outs that you can give to maybe newer artists that are looking up to you and seeing what you did?
For sure. Jay Fontaine, I believe that's how you say his name. DogStar Podcast. I appreciate you guys so much. Waterwave TV, we got a show. Probably already passed by now by the time this is out, but whoever came out to support, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm honored to have you guys. Outside of that, Chase a Bag. Let's see, who else we have out there? Cumo. I like him too. And there's a female I think out there that I really liked. Libyanka. Yeah, I actually remixed one of her songs that's doing really good on my SoundCloud, the People song. So shout out to you. Keep doing your thing, Queen. And, you know, thanks for all you've done for the state of our music scene here. Thank you.
Thank you for all you've done for the music scene. Seriously, please do not stop what you're doing. Not that you will.
Yeah, if
there's anybody I'm not worried about, it'd be you.
There's no stopping me, man. But thank you guys.
Follow REVII on Instagram, REVII612, REVII 612.
Search REVII, REVII for all the music.
Stream it everywhere.
Follow us, DogStar Podcast. We'll see you next week. You're about to hear Empty and Just to Feel Alive.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Bow wow.
Peace.
Like a dress, and I must confess how hard it is not to find you stunning. 'Cause all that pain ain't got nothing on you. Gotta give you your flowers. When I see all the pain that you've been through, and I see all the strength that you had to have, and I'm dead, without you here, yeah. Don't know if I survive. My smile disappears. Only memories live here. Empty house and an empty couch. Pantry full of liquor that I can't pronounce. Empty stomach, empty bank account. No more cheese, I barely hear a mouse. And it's funny how it works. The things you seek can be a curse. But I'll lose faith when I'm dead. 'Cause without you Belly full of liquor that I can't pronounce, yeah. Empty stomach, empty bank account. No more cheese, I barely hear a mouse, yeah. Whenever you're lonely and tears start to fall out your eyes and your mind starts roaming, you let me feed you lies just to feel alive. I'll say it's you and I, just to save you from a cry. I'll say it's my last time. We both know that's my favorite line. Your insecurity shows. You out here selling your soul. Lately you've been out of control. I love how you talk and you bold. Tonight you better do what you're told. You're stuck, you barely got me goals. Run up some cash, I'm tryna run up some more. Whenever you're lonely and tears start to fall out your eyes and your mind starts roaming, you let me feed you lies just to feel alive. 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 Time keep flying by. You still acting like you blind. You still speed past all the signs. Can't seem to keep me off your mind. Whenever you're lonely and tears start to fall out your eyes and your mind starts roaming, you let me feed you lies just to feel alive. I'll say it's you and I, just to save you from a cry. I'll say it's my last time. We both know that's my favorite line. Your insecurity shows. You out here selling your soul. Lately you've been out of control. I love how you talk and you bold. Tonight you better do what you're told. You're stuck, you barely got me goals. Run up some cash, I'm tryna run up some more. Whenever you're lonely and tears start to fall out your eyes and your mind starts roaming, you let me feed you lies just to feel alive. Just to feel